Hypnosis. Can it help with anxiety? Can it remove anxiety and release anxiety? That's what we're going to find out in this video, so make sure you stay to the end. Let me tell you a little story. Something I like to call what used to cause me anxious feelings and anxious thoughts. I used to think I had anxiety. I used to have anxiety. It used to cause me a lot of pain, to the point where I couldn't go outside the house because I always thought something bad was going to happen. Anxiety really crippled me, and it really held me down because I used to identify with it. I used to identify as having anxiety. I used to be scared, I used to be petrified. And it really hurt me for a very long time. One of the greatest things I ever heard from a therapist online, I can't remember who it was, but they were basically talking about disassociating yourself from anxiety and saying that I have anxious thoughts and feelings sometimes. So if you currently struggle with anxiety, please start there. It's a great recommendation for me to start with. But the reason you're here is to find out, can hypnosis help anxiety? Now the short answer is yes. It can, very easily, very simply. It helped me massively, specifically self-hypnosis. That was one of the biggest game changers for me, because what used to really make me suffer was the fact that I couldn't do something, that I never did it enough times before I would start doing something new. So let's say a new job. It caused me so much anxiety because I'd never had that job before. Therefore, I would feel scared, nervous, worried, like I couldn't do this, like everyone was better than me, like this. And then my mind started going in all these different places. And this is actually where I came up with something that I call the spiral up method. And if you want to understand the spiral up method, click this video up here so that you can use it in your daily life. And I guarantee you it will completely change your life. It will. It changed my life. And it's also changed many clients that I've worked with. It's changed their lives as well. So yes, if you do want to release anxiety very quickly, send me a message or head over to my website, www.maxhindle.com, so that you can schedule in a free quantum reading to see where you are, see where you want to be, so that we can bridge that gap and remove that anxiety from your life. It's very simple in a 7-week program, very simple. I know exactly how to do it. I've done it many times, I've done it multiple times. And all you have to do is follow the proven strategy and you get the proven results, just like following a recipe. So if you follow what I tell you to do, you're gonna get the result. The main and most important part, what I like to teach people, is the power of self-hypnosis. If you can use self-hypnosis in your daily life to, one, practice those things that you're scared of doing mentally over and over, because what happens in the mind when you practice something mentally is your brain actually creates more neural connections to think that it's already done it. So this is the scale. You've got mentally rehearsing something, watching someone do something, and actually doing something. Now, obviously, this is not my science, this is not my research or data, but this is what I got from Greg Braden. And if I can find the video, I will link it in here somewhere, but I may not be able to find it because it was a very long time ago. Mentally rehearsing something will create, let's say, this many connections in the mind. Let's just use it as a very simple terminology. Let's say we've got four new neural connections in the mind from mentally doing something. Let's say you're anxious to speak on stage, or you're anxious to go out in public because of what people think about you. Mentally rehearsing yourself going out in public will create these four, it's not four, but let's just go with this, these 4 new connections in your mind. Watching someone doing it and watching them doing it well to a high standard will create 7 new neural connections in your mind. Now, actually doing something is where we actually begin to make all these different shifts. We'll create 12 new connections in our mind. Mentally doing something can get us to step 1. Watching someone do it can get us to step 2, but actually doing it will get us to step 3, and that's where the progress is made. Once we reach step 3 and we actually act it out on a regular basis, that's where we become confident in something. That is obviously dependent on what it is you're feeling in regards to anxiety. So mentally rehearsing something gives you that next step up to, 1, do it in your mind, but also hypnosis and self-hypnosis specifically can help you remove and figure out why this fear is there, why this anxiety is there. Because I always say to everyone I work with, the anxiety is not the issue, the depression is not the issue. Whatever you think the issue is never the issue. The issue is what causes the issue. The issue is why you have anxiety. The issue is why you have depression. The issue is why you can't public speak, why you are scared of speaking to new people, why you can't go out in public. Because that is not the main issue. But once we remove the root of a tree, the best analogy I can always use, you can cut off every branch of every tree. The tree root is still in the ground, so it will just grow new branches. But if you pull that root out, the tree will fall over and will eventually rot and decay. This may take a bit of time. This is why I prefer hypnosis, because you can really speed up that process. Hypnosis will speed up that process. Hypnosis will speed up the process. Yeah, it will. So go get it done. And if you do want that, just let me know by sending me a message or head over to my website and we can get that done. So like I said, the short answer, yes, hypnosis helps anxiety very easily. It's helped me and really saved my life. and it's helped many millions of people across the world. Not myself helping millions of people, but hypnosis itself has helped many millions of people across the world. But I have also helped many people cure themselves from anxiety and reduce their levels of anxiety with hypnosis alone. So if you do want that, let me know and I can help you do that. Make sure you subscribe.